We are back. What is going on, everybody? Hold on, let me switch over real quick to where is it? There we go. What is going on, everybody? We are back. Have you guys missed me? Do you guys miss me? Did you guys miss me? I'm sure you did. Well, I was in the Bahamas enjoying my time with my wife, and we had an amazing time there. Had fun coming back because we had Father's Day barbecues and stuff. It was all fire. It was all fire. And of course, we got to start off the stream with my man Hashim. That rhymes on purpose. You know what I'm saying? Let me get a little bit of the seltzer water. Let's go, champ. Hashim, what's going on, brother? I missed you, man. I missed you guys. Aaron, number 11. Let's get it. What's going on, brother? Hold on. Hashim47, how you doing, bro? Hope you had a great vacation. I had an amazing vacation, man. An amazing vacation. Super fun. Super chock full of adventure and excitement. Just loved it all around. It was super great. Now, there are some things that I haven't even been able to talk to you guys about. For example, Teofimo Lopez versus Josh Taylor. How crazy was that? Right? We also have Regis Prograis, his outing that happened on Saturday. We got to talk about those things. We also got to talk about the fact that what's going on with Canelo Alvarez and his fight with Charlo. It's looking like that is confirmed. So that's a big deal as well that we have to dive into. But yeah, man, this is crazy. How come I'm looking over here and I don't see the chat populating on here for some reason? Hold on 1 second. Let's get it. How you doing? I see the chat over here, but I don't see it populating on where it pops up, and that's a little bit annoying. Let me see if I could somehow fix this real quick, because I want to make sure that I get you guys here. Let's see, pop out chat. Let's get it. Okay, I think I may have fixed it. Let's see where we are. Okay, yes, I have fixed it. All right, hold on. Let's regroup real quick. Hold on. Welcome back, my guy. Thank you so much, Game Over. Thank you so much. Let's see here. Man, Tio surprised me. Josh Taylor kind of looked gassed. Yes. Who do you think should be? I can't answer anything. I can't answer questions when it comes to Undisputed, guys. I'm the content manager for the company Steel City Interactive. I can't discuss Undisputed. I'm sorry. I know you want me to, but I can't. So right now we're talking about in real life boxing, but of course I could touch on any other boxing game other than Undisputed. We could talk about Fight Night Champions 2 if that comes out. Of course, Bloody Knuckles Street Boxing. We're always going to be talking about that whenever those updates come out. But can't talk about Undisputed. So please don't ask me any questions on Undisputed. All right, so let's talk about quickly the Teofimo Lopez fight. First of all, Tio, in the beginning of the fight, I'm like, here we go. Here we go. This is what I expected. I expected Josh Taylor to come in, start picking Tio apart, and that's what was happening for all of 3 rounds max. Because after round 3, this man turned into vintage Teofimo Lopez. He turned into the Teofimo Lopez that beat Lomachenko, and convincingly. Not so much like it wasn't as close as the Devin Haney fight, because he took the first rounds handedly, and then he made sure to take the final round. And he makes it a point to always take the final round. And luckily he did in his fight with Josh Taylor, because had he not won that 12th round, it could have been a draw, because it was 114, 113 on two of the judge scorecards, I believe. And that's, 115, 113. And that's super close. That's one round to a draw. It looked like they were going to try to steal it from Teofimo Lopez. But Teofimo put on an absolute master class. He reminded me more than any other fighter like that's out there right now. He reminded me more of Roy Jones Jr. than anybody that is out right now. And he's doing it at a high level. It's easy to do it when the person is a pick'em fight and you just, or not a pick'em fight, a cherry pick fight, and you just, you levels above and all of this. But to do it to a Josh Taylor that was essentially undisputed at 140, meaning he collected all of the belts. Now, his belts were taken away from him because of inactivity, but he still collected all of the belts. At one point, he was undisputed and he never lost, even though there's a contention to that when it comes to the Catterall fight. But technically, on paper, he never lost. And for Teo to look that good, I'm actually super happy for him. I'm so happy for him because he needed something like this. He needed something like this to boost his confidence and reset his mind when it comes to the sport of boxing. Now, I get it. He said he's retired. He's not gonna, fight anymore. Maybe that's politics. He's probably hedging to see if he could get better offers, or he's probably trying to break his contract with Top Rank. I don't know. I can't say for sure. But that man deserves everything coming towards him. That fight was viewed by, I think, almost 3 million viewers, and that's insane. Teofimo could pull numbers. Now, it wasn't pay-per-view, but those numbers are still insane numbers, and that's showing that there's something there for Teofimo Lopez. Buckeyes and Lions, boy, thank you so much for the subscription. Hey, look, see, it works sometimes. I don't know why it ain't perfect, but it works sometimes. Thank you so much for the subscription. Let me go ahead and look at the comments real quick. The Regis fight might have been the most boring fight I've ever watched in my life. I think Regis tried to make it a fight, but I forget the name of the dude that he was fighting. The Dominican Puerto Rican guy was pretty quick on the draw, and it made Regis a little bit more punch shy than he would have wanted to be. But you could see that inside of him, he was trying to push the fight. Teal made a good adjustment after round 4, I think. 100%. He was killing it, man. After, I think, round 3, round 4, somewhere around there, or like starting in round 4. I'm not exactly sure. I didn't go back and watch the fight. I didn't need to go back and watch that fight. That was one of those fights that was clear cut and dry to me. One of the more clear cut and dry fights. There was never, once Teo took off, there was never a point, and he kept getting flashier and flashier and more confident and more accurate and doing crazy like gazelle punches, jumping in with uppercuts from like flying in with uppercuts. He looked, like I said, he looked more like Roy Jones than I've ever seen anyone in the modern times look like Roy Jones. Correct me if I'm wrong. And he did it at a high level. He didn't do it with a regular Joe Schmo. He did it to Josh Taylor, the betting favorite. So he was the underdog, and he was dancing like that, jumping in with uppercuts as an underdog. Unbelievable by Teofimo Lopez. It almost like he needs to be the underdog. If he's not the underdog, he can't perform. He can't perform well. That's what it feels like. Like when he fought against. The thing is, Teofimo is super elite, and he proved it in this fight. I thought, yeah, he's good, especially after the Lomachenko fight. I'm like, this guy's really good. But I thought mentally he was a little bit immature, and he was losing confidence, and that was bleeding through in his performance, which is what we saw when he fought his fight, the The fight before this fight, I think, what was it? He was fighting Sander Martin or something. I think that fight, it kind of showed that he's, the confidence is making him perform worse. The fight with Kambosos, in my opinion, was just him being immature and trying to get that one punch knockout. Maybe he let Kambosos get in his head. I don't know, but it definitely wasn't Teofimo when he's in control. This fight was like he left all his inhibitions, like he put him, like he took everything out of his mind. He cleared his mind and he fought this fight to the highest level. And I'm so, so proud. I'm so happy because he needs this. He needs this for his mental sanity, for him to feel mentally healthy. He needed something like this. Now he's feeling like he's on top, and I mean, he worked hard for that, and his performance against Josh Taylor was absolutely amazing. I thought Josh Taylor was going to bully him and stop him. From round 1 to 3, I thought it was, like there was no plot twist. This is exactly what we expected. But after round 3, it just started going south for Josh Taylor and north for Teofimo Lopez. The judges almost robbed Teofimo. Yeah, they almost forced it into a draw. He needed to win the 12th. Can you believe that? Teofimo Lopez needed to win the 12th round to not make it a draw. And he won that 12th round super convincingly. Yeah, he looked great. Them close scorecards were terrible though. Yeah, I didn't agree with that. That's 2 top 10 pound for pound wins on Teo's resume. Yeah, man. Who got a better resume than Teofimo Lopez? Like, this man beat Lomachenko, and now he beat Josh Taylor. Lomachenko, collected all the belts minus his belt. So basically, he had beaten the guy that had all the rest of the belts, right? And then he fights Josh Taylor, who essentially collected all the belts. Now, on a technical, theoretically, if Teofimo Lopez is 2-division undisputed in theory, but technically on paper he is not. In theory, he is. Not even in theory. No. How do I even put this? Because it's not even in theory. He is essentially 2-division undisputed. But on paper, unfortunately, he's not because of whatever circumstances, right? First of all, the fight with Lomachenko, even though people want to gaslight you that wasn't considered an undisputed fight, that was considered an undisputed fight by all pundits, and even BoxRec, that was considered an undisputed fight with the WBC title on the line, right? The franchise belt, which was a better belt, an elevated belt to the WBC regular belt that was taken from Lomachenko and given to Devin Haney without fighting. So please understand, for anyone trying to gaslight you, no, that was for an undisputed fight. He won that one. He beat Josh Taylor, who never lost the titles, but unfortunately, he never lost it in the ring, but they took the titles away, so he's not undisputed in 2 divisions. But essentially, he is, with the understanding of how everything came together, he is, but technically on paper, he is not. On paper, if Terrence Bud Crawford wins against Errol Spence, he will be the first full-blown, on paper, 2-division undisputed. But Teofimo Lopez is young. He's young. Terrence Bud Crawford is 34. Teofimo Lopez is young. Man, there is so much ahead of Teofimo Lopez. I hope he doesn't retire in his 20s. Because there's a lot for him to give us. Lineal in 2 divisions is crazy. 2 pretty stacked divisions too. Yeah. I mean, the man did it at 135. Hello. Excuse me. He did it at 135. What's up with these clickbait titles? It's not clickbait. I'm about to show y'all. I'm about to show y'all the reports. It's not clickbait. This is real. I want to see more Tio now. Yeah, me too. He over here dancing looking like Roy Jones Jr. I want to see more Tio. I think Teofimo Lopez retired because he is still on the top Frank. So maybe he will come out of retirement. Hopefully. I don't think he's fully retired. I think that he's retired in the sense like Mayweather retired when he fought Oscar De La Hoya, but then he came back and fought Ricky Hatton. I think that's how retired he is because he's way too young to be retired. He can make way more money if he continues fighting, and now his confidence should be through the roof. But kudos to him. I was just super happy for him. I'm sorry I couldn't make a video about it because I wasn't here. I wish I could have made a video, but we're talking about it now. Now let's go ahead and talk about the Canelo Alvarez versus Charlo fight, because that one is a doozy. Let me see if I could bring this up right here so I could show you guys from InsideSports.in. I could show you guys the reports that are coming in. Let me go ahead and switch over to this right here. Clash confirmed for September 16th. Pay-per-view service and more info revealed. So their pay-per-view providers are time slotting this pay-per-view for Charlo versus Canelo Alvarez. And this is all getting set up. Says Charlo versus Canelo Alvarez versus Jamal Charlo. Boxing clash confirmed. Boxing news. Canelo has already fought once this year. Blah, blah, blah. Badou Jack and Jamal Charlo have emerged as most likely opponents. Following boxing news updates with InsideSports.in. Pay-per-view service and more info revealed for the confirmed fight of Canelo Alvarez versus Jamal Charlo. Canelo has been in negotiations to select an opponent for September after defeating tenacious British fighter John Ryder in Mexican homecoming earlier this year by majority decision. The two front runners were the WBC World Champion Jamal Charlo and WBC Cruiserweight World Champion Badou Jack. But we know that Badou Jack does not want to do the fight. He said he doesn't want to do the fight because the catch weight is just way too insane, right? So if we look at the let's see here, where is it? Here we go. On Twitter, Badou Jack wrote, "I won't be fighting Canelo next. They said the weight difference is too much. They wanted to drain the old man and fight me 20 pounds under the cruiserweight limit for the title." Laughing emoji. Plus a rehydration clause. My goodness. Canelo, let's give the fans what they want to see and fight David Benavidez. First of all, that's a boxing fan right there. There is no way that you can't tell me that Badou Jack, because sometimes, believe it or not, people have a misconception that there's boxers who are boxing fans. There are some boxers who don't care to watch the sport. They don't like to watch it. They don't think the sport is interesting to them. But yes, believe it or not, I've met boxers like that, where before I met these guys, I was always thinking in my head, there's no way. Boxers have to love watching the sport too. Not all of them, not always. They sometimes don't watch it. They don't care to watch it. But saying something like, Canelo, let's give the fans what they want to see and fight David Benavidez next, that's coming from the heart of a boxing fan. Because he could have easily been like, yo, where's my paycheck, man? Let's give the people what they want and just make me go down 5 to 7 pounds or something like that, or 10 pounds at least. And let's make this fight happen, right? If he was just thinking about the paycheck. But Badou Jack's not thinking about the paycheck. Badou Jack is thinking about, you need to fight David Benavidez because that's what everybody wants. But unfortunately, this is the fight that we're getting. Jamal Charlo. Not Jermel at 154, guys. No. We're getting Jamal Charlo at middleweight. Jamal Charlo. So the last time Jamal fought, and I know it's cut off, I can see it on this screen, it's cut off, was in 2021 summer of 2021. And he's gonna end up getting the call for Canelo. Is Canelo just doing everything possible to not give the fans the David Benavidez fight? Like, it's so clear, cut, and dry. It's right there in your face. It's so easy. But for some reason, he's going to fight a guy who has not fought in almost 2 years. No, it is 2 years. It's been 2 years. Granted, he's undefeated, but, I mean, his best fight is Sergey Derevyanchenko and Austin Trout, I believe. Let me see. Yeah, and Austin Trout. Other than that, he ain't have nothing crazy. He ain't have nothing crazy. He ain't have nothing crazy. And it's like, pick everyone except Benavidez. Pick everyone except Benavidez. It's like, Benavidez like, ooh. He's like, you know, in class, when you know the answer, when you was like in 5th grade and 6th grade, and you know the answer, and you're like, oh, it's me. And the guy that's like trying to not pay attention and he's trying to talk to his friend, the teacher's like going right over you, and you're like, it's me. And they're like, nah, Jamal, you. And then, no, my fault. Like, Baval, you gonna do it? Nah, I don't know. Oh man. And then you're like, I know, I got the answer. Like, I know the answer. And then he's like, now you know what? Damn. And you're just like killing yourself. All your energy. You're the only person with your hand up. And then they go, oh my God, Badu Jack, let's go. Yo, Badu Jack, this will be good because he's cruiserweight and everything. You want to do it? Nah, man, it's too much, man. You're making me come down to 20 pounds. And then Benavidez is like, oh, this is perfect. There's nobody else. No, Canelo will find somebody else somewhere in the world to fight other than David Benavidez. Why? I can't right now with the Canelo picks. I can't. Like, he's an all-time great. Don't take nothing away from his accomplishments and how amazing and how many divisions he's gone up and becoming undisputed, the first Mexican fighter to ever do it in the 4-belt era, getting all 4 belts. But bruh, my man's has not even been thinking about boxing. David Benavidez just beat Caleb Plant. Why are you allergic to picking David Benavidez? That's literally what the fans want, and you're literally trying to do what the fans don't want. I don't understand. I don't understand. He's a free agent, guys. This ain't the other side of the street stuff. He's a free agent. Okay, rant over. Let's go ahead and switch over to my face and make sure that we get some of you guys in here so we can talk about this real quick. All right, hold on. Hold up. I'm trying to catch up. Teal beat the man to be the champ. Yes, he did. He is undisputed. Real talk. Essentially, yes, but not necessarily in terms of what's on paper. The WBC OG said he's undisputed. The WBC OG, who's that? Canelo love fighting smaller guys or draining bigger guys. LOL. I mean, if you're gonna fight somebody like Badu Jack, right? And the whole purpose of that fight is to say, look how amazing I've gone now even higher than light heavyweight to fight Badu Jack. So this is amazing. But it removes the magic is gone if you essentially make him come all the way down to middleweight. If you make him come all the way down to middleweight, but then when you beat him, you're like, I beat a cruiserweight. And you also add a rehydration clause to ensure that he doesn't balloon up. You're not beating a cruiserweight. And I see people say, like, I seen this guy post about, or some tweet that kind of went like was retweeted, like, oh, when Badu Jack said he would fight him at 168 2 years ago, but now is a problem? My man, do you understand how weight works? If you gain weight and you're comfortable in a division, you know how hard it is to go back down 20 pounds? Man, bro, just no, stop. Don't just defend somebody to defend somebody for no reason. Just to always find every angle to make sure, it is possible. The boxers are human beings. You guys do understand this, right? They're not all perfect, right? They don't make perfect decisions every single time, no matter what they do, regardless of them being your favorite fighter or not. They are humans. They do things that are human-like, which is what Canelo Alvarez is doing right now. Please, you don't have to defend him. Does it take away from his credentials? Does it take away from what he's done and how amazing of a fighter he is? He could be arguably one of the best Mexican fighters of all time. He's in the conversation. None of that stuff has been taken away from him. None of that. Has one of the greatest resumes of all time. None of that has been taken away from him. But please, guys, let's not make excuses up for the foolery that we're getting with all of these guys. What's going to happen? The Charlo fight is going to fall through, and who's he going to pick next? Who's he going to pick next? He going to try to fight Jared Anderson and then just tell Jared Anderson to come down 40 pounds so he can fight him at 168, but make it that it's a heavyweight fight? Do you guys really think that makes any sense at all? Instead of fighting the fight that everyone wants, you don't have to drain them. They're going to be within your weight range. No rehydration clause is necessary because they're within your weight category that you're comfortable in. And it's the fight everybody wants. Am I crazy? It's just, I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get it. And people are coming out of the woodworks talking about, but it was okay when Mayweather made Canelo do a catchweight. He told Canelo to come to 152 instead of 154. It's not like all catchweights are the same, guys. A 154 to 152, it ain't the same as telling a person to lose 20 pounds or come 20 pounds below their weight class. I don't know. All right, let me take a look at what you guys are saying in the comment section. Hold on. Man, I think I saw Benavidez agree to fight Morrell today. Really? I mean, you can't blame him. Because why would Benavidez be just sitting there waiting for Canelo, who's literally like, Bivol, no. Badu Jack, no. Jamal Charlo, Jamal, not Jermell. Jamal, not even the better of the brother. The one that's not as good and has not fought for 2 years. It's not Jermell, guys. He's smaller by one division, but it's still a better fight. Had he fought Jermell, the undisputed champion. It'd be undisputed versus undisputed. That'd be a better fight. But he want Jamal. It's killing me, man. It's killing me. Badu Jack already way past his prime. Doesn't matter. If you're going to fight Badu Jack and he's past his prime, even better, fight him at cruiserweight. Fight him and give up the weight if you can't make it. The same way Mayweather gave up mad weight to so many different fighters because he wouldn't come anywhere close. And even when people say, oh, Canelo don't want this guy to be 20 pounds over, whatever. Canelo on fight night versus Floyd, when Floyd made him come down to 152, 2 pounds away from 154, 2 pounds, he ballooned up 16 pounds heavier than Floyd. Floyd actually lost weight from Friday to Saturday. He lost weight from the time he weighed himself to the time he got in the ring. He lost weight. And the Canelo gained 16 pounds. Canelo was 16 pounds or so heavier than Floyd, and Floyd still fought him. If you're going to fight a cruiserweight and you want the glamour, the glitz and glamour of fighting a cruiserweight, fight the cruiserweight at cruiserweight. Because that's what will make it special. If not, a Badu Jack fight makes no sense. Because as this guy says, he's way past his prime. So you got to make it have some value. Some value. I don't think I like Canelo, but Benavidez' offer was fishy. Why they only give Canelo a week to respond? No negotiations, nothing. Did they give him a week to respond, or did they just say that he didn't respond? They didn't give him a week. They just was like, we've gotten no response, and it's been over a week. I think that's getting misconstrued. They didn't say, hey, respond right now, or we moving on, or we're canceling. I don't think that they did that. Also, we don't know how these things work, right? There's a lot of posturing when it comes to contract and fight negotiations. They might be worried that he's looking elsewhere because he's the A side. So they gave him a big offer, and then they might say, hey, look, this offer expires in this time frame, so they could get him to move. It's the scarcity tactic that's used in marketing all the time, even to the average consumer, B2C, business to consumer. Like, you make it feel like it's gonna go away, and it looks super juicy. You want it, so you pull the trigger, right? And it keeps you from looking and talking to other people. It could have been a tactic that they were trying to use, creating a scarcity tactic. But I don't know for sure if that was the case. I think people are misconstrued in what they said in terms of like, oh, we've sent it. It's been a week. He hasn't responded yet. We don't know what's going on. I mean, the man didn't even respond to the email, which means he's not feeling like Benavidez is not in his target. Is not in his target sites. And it is very clear because he woke up Charlo. Jamal Charlo was sleeping for 2 years. He said, yo, Jamal, you want to fight? And he's like, what? Huh? Yeah, damn, bro. It's like 5 a.m. He's like, yeah, you want to fight? I guess, man. Aren't you supposed to fight Benavidez? Nah. Me and you. Like this, anybody but Benavidez. Anybody but Benavidez. Benavidez' offer seemed like the same $50 million that Wilder offered. AJ smells fishy to me. I don't know, man. $50 million guaranteed is really good. That's guaranteed money. We're not talking about purse splits. We're not talking. They guaranteeing him $50 million. That's just them. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Like they're trying to guarantee the fight. Like to them, that's an investment in Benavidez. They're investing. They believe in him. Plus, they know that this fight will do numbers. So they don't even have to believe in him. Even if he flops in terms of losing to Canelo, they'll make that $50 million back. And at least they tried. So the $50 million seems very realistic to me because it's them betting their money on a Benavidez win, at least getting them to fight. And even if it doesn't come through, they still make the money off of the fight itself. Oh, we got Love C Shorty in the house. Hold on. We got to go to it real quick because it's a $2 super chat. Thank you so much, brother. Let's go ahead and put the super chat up here. Hey, how come my DJ? There we go. Do it one more time. Thank you so much. And yes, we are back. And it feels good. I got a little bit of a tan. You know what I'm saying? Was at the Bahamas, chilling on the beach, feeding stingrays and swimming with pigs and doing all that fun stuff. Got a crazy tan. I'm actually peeling right now. That's why I got the hat on because I don't, it look crazy up here. But had a blast. Now we back. Thank you so much, brother, for the $2 super chat. Go hit it one more time. Thank you so much. Yeah, we gotta throw Logan Paul up there. You already know, man. That's YouTube and that's boxing, and we on YouTube talking boxing. So the first for the first before the $5, you get Logan Paul. All right, hold on. Keep cooking, Boxing Fanatico. I'm going outside of EKFC chicken. Be back later. No problem, brother. No problem. Jamal is a tune-up fight for Canelo. Yeah, 100%. I agree. We got Adrian Dones in the house. What's up, Fanatico? Sorry a little late. Hope you enjoyed your vacation. I did. Thank you, brother. It's all good. Don't worry about it. I'm glad that you're here, brother. I'm glad that you're here. Let's see here. Let's see. Let's see what else we got here. YouTube Boxing 6007. What's going on, brother? Canelo just for some reason is allergic to fighting Benavidez. That's what I think. It feels like it. It feels like he doesn't somehow. There's like it doesn't matter if this fight falls through. He will find someone else. I literally thought, oh man, the Badu Jack fight ain't happening. Who he gotta fight Benavidez now, right? No. He found somebody. It's a clever pick. It's clever. People know who he is. They're the twin brothers. Jermell is undisputed, right? It's a clever pick, but it's smoke and mirrors. It's smoke and mirrors. All right, hold on. Let's see. This fraud should be stripped on the title. Charlo has not fought in 2 years. Stop it. Canelo's a fraud. All right, look. We're not going to take away Canelo's accomplishments, right? Like, what he's doing right now definitely ain't the right thing for him to do. But it don't take away from what he's done, right? Two things could be correct at the same time. So it doesn't take away from everything he's done. However, I do not agree with his picks that he's doing for his September fight. I don't. Not even close. And yes, I do believe that Charlo should have been stripped. It's been 2 years, but he is still the WBC champion. And also on BoxRec, he's posted as inactive. So he's inactive with the title. So I don't know. The Plant versus Canelo negotiations were back and forth and took about a month plus. But Benavidez backs out after a week. You really want Canelo or not? I don't know if he's backed out. I don't think he's backed out. I think that if Canelo was like, hey, yo, let's do this fight, they'll do the fight. I think Canelo is their number one priority. I don't think he's backed out. There is no backing out. Canelo never responded. Backing out is Canelo saying, okay, what's up? And then they're like, nah, bro, we told you already. We said it, and you didn't say nothing, so we good. You think that that's what happened? Because that's not what happened. If Canelo would have responded even 2 weeks later or 3 weeks later, they still would have entertained it, and they want that fight. They wouldn't be sending a $50 million guarantee if they don't want the fight. So, no, I don't believe that he just, hey, that's it. Like, oh, and Canelo was like, oh, my bad, hold up. And then they were like, nah, bro, that's not what happened, bro. That's not what happened at all. Not at all. Love C Shorty, I thought you looked a little different. Yeah, it's the tan. But I also got a haircut. But it's really the tan that you know what I'm saying? You can see a little bit, like right here is peeling a little bit. So, but it's whatever. We'll get good on that. No worries. Hold on. Let me see something. I think that this is. Did this mess up again? Let me see. Restore chat here. Pop out chat. Let's see. All right. Okay, I think we are all right here. All right, swimming with pigs. My boy was in paradise. Yeah, man, it was fire, bro. It was fire. First time I've ever done it too. First time I ever done it. Let's see here. Spence versus Crawford took half a year to negotiate and made the fight, but a week to give Canelo to decide. I do not believe that that's what he did. I do not believe that that's what he did. I think that he just, he was like, he hasn't responded in a week, but it doesn't necessarily mean that the deadline is a week. They can't just sit there and wait for Canelo to do whatever he wants to do. They also have to kind of, make sure that they're doing right by Benavidez. But I'm 100% positive that Canelo is number one. Number one. He's the number one guy that they want over everybody else. It's like this doesn't scroll up or down, which is so weird. Anyways, whatever. Canelo is washed up. I don't know. We got to see more fights. His John Ryder fight did give me pause, but we got to see more fights. We got to see more fights. Morrell is a real monster of the division. Okay. Well, I mean, if Benavidez is fighting Morrell, then that's kudos to him, right? Because that could be a risky proposition. Although I would have Benavidez winning that fight, that could be a risky proposition when you're trying to protect a Canelo fight. So kudos to him if he's doing that fight. I like Mel more than Maul because he always seems to want smoke. Yeah, Mel, to me, is the better of the two brothers. Like, he's way more active, even though they both kind of inactive, but he's way more active than his brother. He has a loss. He avenged his loss. He has a draw. He avenged his draw. And he did both in spectacular fashion. So, to me, Jermell, and he fights like the real heavy hitters. I mean, he cleaned out the division. So, yeah, Jermell to me is the better brother, and I would hope that he would have fought the better brother if he was going to do this. Just maybe you meet in the middle between him going up and you going down a little bit. I think that's much easier than telling Badu Jack to come down 20 pounds. But let's call it a cruiserweight fight. And now you're going to pick Jamal. I think it's such a sneaky thing to do because non-boxing fans, they're going to, the casual or the people that are between casual and hardcore, that's the people that are going to get tricked. The ones that are between casual and hardcore, that bridge, they're the ones that are going to get tricked. Oh, he's fighting Charlo. They're going to say Charlo. They're not even going to say the first name. They're going to constantly be saying Charlo. He looks exactly like his brother, and they're going to just be on there like, yo, Charlo, man. I'm fighting Charlo, Charlo and Charlo. And when Charlo bring the heat, I'm going to bring the heat, and then Charlo going to try to punch. I'm going to try to punch, and if Charlo got the defense, it's Charlo. You get what I'm saying, guys? Everybody know he's Charlo, right? It's all going to be to trick the fans. It's all designed to trick the fans. Yeah, you fighting Charlo, but you're not fighting Jermell. You're not fighting the better of the two brothers. Oh, man, do I have to do this again? What the heck? This thing is like not working the way I want it to. Let's restore the chat, and then let's do a pop-out chat. And then let's bring this back. This is so crazy. Normally, here we go. Now I'm able to scroll. Okay. Now I can scroll. Cool. Perfect. Let's see. Is that shirt a Father's Day gift? Is hard. LOL. Yes, it is. This is Super Daddy-O. Yes, this is a Father's Day, one of my Father's Day gifts, and I love it. It's awesome. I'm just wearing it around the house, and I thought, why not wear it while I'm doing my live stream? Why not wear it while I'm doing my live stream with my viewers? All right, Tim Zhu looked good this weekend. Yep. What if the email got sent to spam and Canelo didn't see it? I mean, this is an important thing, and everyone knows about the email, I'm pretty sure that Canelo would know about the email. If I know about the email, Canelo knows about the email. If you know about the email, Canelo knows about the email. That's a tough shirt, by the way. Thank you very much, brother. Thank you. Canelo is bad for boxing, cherry picking fool. Nah. How is Canelo bad for boxing? See, this is where we get into fandom and anti-fandom. If Canelo fought Benavidez, it's a possibility that that fight could generate over 1 million pay-per-view buys. How in any world or universe, we could expand it out, the universe, right, is that bad for boxing? How? That's like when people were saying Floyd Mayweather was bad for boxing. Floyd is so bad for boxing, he doesn't, he don't want to knock you out. He's bad for boxing. But you know how much eyeballs he puts on the sport? You know how much eyeballs he puts on the sport? That's like saying to the equivalent of basketball. That's like saying Steph Curry, LeBron James, they both bad for basketball. You know how much eyeballs they bring to the sport? No. When you bring eyeballs, you're not bad for the sport. You're very good for the sport. Now, what he's doing, I don't condone. But we can't just, throw the baby out with the bathwater. That's the saying, right? That's how people say. That's what people say. Throw the baby out with the bathwater just because you don't like what he's doing right now in this moment. That's anti-fandom. That's going on right there. Canelo ain't doing what he's supposed to do right now. But is he bad for boxing? No. I can't even picture another 1 million pay-per-view fight other than him versus Benavidez. Him versus Benavidez is the only pay-per-view fight that I see even possible. Oh, I think I just fixed this. All right, perfect. I just fixed this. Thing that was driving me nuts. Aquaman Crawford will beat Jermell after he makes Derek James throw in the towel July 29th. You really think he gonna make him throw the towel in? I don't know. I feel like it will be a knockout. I can't picture how it will happen. I don't see him knocking Errol Spence out cold, but I do see maybe a stoppage somehow. We'll just have to wait and see. The thing with Bud is if you show any signs of being hurt, it is basically over. He is the best, bar none, finisher in boxing. A close second is maybe Tank, but Bud has been doing it at an incredibly high level, while Tank doesn't even fight for the official super belts. But not taking anything away from Tank, but he don't fight for the official super belts. I would want to see him go against Lomachenko, right? Those kind of guys. But Bud does it at the highest level for the main titles. And he gets you out of there. So, in my opinion, if there's any hint like that little moment with Ugas, is going to be over for Spence. If we get like a little moment like he had with Ugas, a lapse in judgment, it's going to be over. So he has to be on his toes the entire time. If Bud beats Spence, I need him to see Jermell just because he said he was. 100%. And the thing with Bud is that he'll do that. He'll do it. Bud want all the smoke. This is the dude that went and fought Ricky Burns in the UK when it was not advisable for him to do so. And he smoked them. And he smoked them so bad that the judges gave him the win in the UK, all 3 UK judges. So he the type that want the smoke. and he want to be able to go up and just clean out. Like you do understand how crazy this would be, right? If he beats Spence and goes up and fights Jermell, he has the possibility to be 3-division undisputed in the 4-belt era, and is perfectly lined up. The runway is perfectly lined up for him to pull something like that off. And that would be so hard for someone to replicate, especially after the titles disperse. Like if he moves up and then he relinquishes the titles, you got to collect them all again, one by one at welterweight. If he goes up and beats Jermell and then retires or something, he relinquishes the title, it's going to be super difficult for somebody to pull off a 3-division undisputed. Super, super difficult. Needs to stop holding belts hostage. He jumping divisions all over the place. Who you talking about? Who you? Oh, Canelo. My fault. How did I not read the Canelo? Canelo needs to stop holding the belts. He's jumping. Well, he's a franchise champion. When you're a franchise champion, you can move up and down and all around and fight directly, skip in the rankings to fight for the WBC title. That gives him like leeway to just fight Jamal, which once again, this is a smoke and mirrors fight. Whenever I say Jamal, I'm not even going to refer to him as Charlo. I'm going to refer to him as Jamal, because that's who he's fighting. He ain't fighting Charlo. Don't let him make you think he's fighting Charlo. He's fighting Jamal. He's fighting Jamal. I'm sorry. Whenever I talk about it again, it drives me crazy. Like Benavidez is right there. Like you have to walk past him to pick Jamal. You got to walk past him to pick Bivol. And you just keep walking past this dude. I can't believe it. Canelo is not bad for boxing. It's the fans that don't want Canelo to fight Benavidez. It's the fans. Top Dog, you're going to have to explain this one. It's the fans that don't want Canelo to fight Benavidez. That's bad for boxing. Okay, fans that don't want him to do, because the fans of boxing, the majority, if you're not a Canelo fan, like just a specific Canelo fan, the majority of the boxing world wants Canelo versus Benavidez. Because I'm not a fan, I'm a fan of him, of what he represents, but I'm not a Canelo specific fan, right? So to me, it doesn't matter either way what he does with his career. For boxing, for me to enjoy boxing, I would love to see Canelo versus Benavidez. So I think what you're trying to say is that in respects to Canelo specific fans, but I could be wrong. I don't think you mean everyone out there. Yes, when Bud catches Spence and starts releasing relentless precision, Derrick James knows he has a second fight. He's not going to let Spence take any more damage than he needs to. Yeah, but a second fight, which, by the way, we're guaranteed to have Spence versus Crawford too, right? Like, we're guaranteed to have that fight. Because both of them in their contract have a rematch clause. And with Undisputed just right there, slip right between their fingers, they're gonna enact that rematch clause. No matter how they lose. They're going to be like, oh, I lost concentration or whatever, or you got a lucky punch or whatever. They're going to say whatever they need to say to justify it, but they're going to activate it. They're going to activate it. And rightfully so. We not getting one fight. We're getting 2 fights. And that's fire. I want to see it again. Also, by the way, Bob Arum has indicated that he is talking with Devin Haney and negotiating a rematch between him and Lomachenko. Do you guys want to see a rematch between Devin Haney versus Lomachenko? I'm curious. Do you guys want to see that? Long time no see, bro. For real. AP, whatever was going on, brother. Yeah, I was on vacation for a week, but we back. We back. We doing our thing. You think him fighting Charlo is good for boxing? I don't think him fighting Charlo is good for boxing. I don't think Canelo is bad for boxing. You see how life is nuanced? Canelo's fighting Charlo. That specific thing is not good. Because what's good is him fighting Benavidez. But Canelo himself is not bad for boxing. You see how that works? When there is not anti-fandom attached, or like you maybe dislike somebody or whatever it is, when you don't have that attached, you can say things rationally. Charlo versus Canelo, not good for boxing. Canelo, amazing for boxing. If he was to fight Benavidez, exactly what boxing needs. Granted, we have Terrence versus Errol Spence, but looking towards the future, we need stuff like a Benavidez versus Canelo Alvarez. And that could silence a lot of the critics if he fights a Benavidez. That could literally silence a lot of the critics. That would be awesome if he does that. Yes, rematch. Okay, looks like a lot of people want the rematch. All right. I could dig it. I want the rematch too. Game over. Nah, not really. I'd rather see Haney fight Tank or Shakur next or move up. Okay? I mean, it was a close fight. When it's a close fight, you could make it work. Like it could work. But here's the thing. If they fought again, I'll be cool with it. But if he fights like a Teofimo, or if he fights a Tank or a Shakur, I'll be excited. I hope that makes sense. I don't want that to come off as confusing. If they rematch, I'm cool with it. If he fights one of those other dudes, I'll be excited. That's how I feel about Devin Haney versus Lomachenko. Granted, I thought Lomachenko, I scored it for Lomachenko, but I don't think it was a robbery because I thought that fight could have gone either way. So to me, it's like, okay, he got the nod. If he wants to move on, that's fine. If he wants to fight him, that's cool. But if he fights a Shakur, I'm excited. If y'all don't know, Shakur is my favorite fighter. So, I'm definitely going to be excited for that. Because I want more Shakur having more credentials under his belt. No rematch. You need to move up and fight Tio. That's good. They was talking about that. I don't know if Tio made it harder, you know what I'm saying, for that fight to happen. Because he just showed his skills. And I feel like when Tio feels he's challenged, that's when he really shines. When he feels that there's a real challenge there, he really shines. Especially in this later half, post the Lomachenko, right? Post Lomachenko. Only if Haney's comfortable making the weight. Man, that man has never been comfortable making the weight, but somehow he does it. So he is a professional through and through. A professional through and through. Yeah, I'd be cool with it. I'd be more excited to see those fights. That's exactly what I mean. Yeah, 100%. Same here. It definitely could have gone either way. It was a good fight. One of the best fights we've seen this year. One of the best fights we've seen. All right, we're going to go ahead and end the stream here. Thank you so much, guys, for coming out and showing up and showing out. We was doing really good numbers today. Really appreciate it, guys. It's super fun. Of course, we are live every Mondays, every Wednesdays, every Fridays, barring another vacation, of course, because I won't be here to go live, but that's not happening right now, right? So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Let's hang out. Let's talk boxing. And let's see what's going on. Can these fights be made and what's going on? And if Terrence Crawford fights Errol Spence, what's going to happen? That's going to be super exciting. When that fight takes place, that's going to be super, super exciting. You guys already know my prediction. I got Bud Crawford winning that. But this is a true 50-50 fight. All right, we're going to go ahead and end it right there. I'll see you guys on Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Peace out, guys. Thank you so much. Let me hit y'all with the Let's Get Ready to Rumble first before we leave.
Gentlemen.
I mean, that kind of make no sense because I'm leaving and now I'm saying let's start it. But, you know, it's just fun to hear Michael Buffer. You guys know it's fun to hear him. Anyways, until the next one, guys, peace out. Have a good one.